Hey rollers, I started this match with an awkward mistimed handshake attempt and I got left hanging. Happens to the best of us, right Tom? You know it. You might recognize my opponent from these videos. The guy is a beast and he managed to rack up some serious points in this match, handing me the biggest points loss I've ever had. Watch to the end to find out how we ended with a score of 2-22.
Exactly 222.
When I caught his left leg, I knew I had to be careful. He had used some crafty takedown defense on me in the past, so I went to my favorite. I hoisted his leg up, and then I timed a quick foot sweep. I never let go of his leg, and I sat into a perfect knee bar position. I let go when I remembered that these aren't allowed for purple belts under the IBJJF rule set, and I ended up in his guard. I started trying to pass to his right, but I walked right into a slick sweep, and suddenly the score was tied up at 2 apiece. I guess this match hasn't been too bad, well, yet anyways. I was still attacking and he never really got past my guard in these scrambles. When we rolled out of bounds, I took my sweet time tying my belt and then we were stood up in the center. My opponent did a good job of getting grips and checking my balance. He pulled me around a bit and then he tried a little foot sweep and he followed it up by grabbing at my leg. We both stalled out for a while and the ref gave us this subtle warning. Do you remember when I said that my opponent had crafty takedown defense? Watch what happened when I grabbed at a single leg. He used his whizzer and his leg to control me, and when I tried again, he went to the ground, but he used his hook to flip me over. He racked up a quick 8 points here with this series. 2 for the takedown, then he got 2 for knee on belly, and then 4 for the mount. Right away he set up an Ezekiel choke, but I wormed my arm in and messed up his plans. I tried to control his right arm so he couldn't give it another go, knowing firsthand how effective his Ezekiel could be. My only priority at this point in the match was to stop him from getting his sleeve grip. When he pinned my arm, I used my hips to buck him forward just so I could create some space for my left arm to get in and defend. He was persistent with these attempts to connect his sleeve grip, and I was determined to stop him. These mini battles continued until I looked at the clock and realized that I had been undermount for almost 2 minutes. I finally got aggressive with my movements, turning to my side and grabbing at his right arm so he couldn't base out. Things worked out when I grabbed his sleeve with my right hand and passed it off to my left, because then I could take away his basing arm and finally get out of the mount. It took a bit of effort to get rid of his grips and get posture in his guard. After being moved to the center, we had about a minute left in our 7-minute match. This is when I should have pulled out all the stops, aggressively going after a sub. Instead, I tried to bait him to grab my left foot so I could go into my special, secret, tricky playbook. I trusted my base far too much and he flipped me over with a hip bump sweep. I defended some more Ezekiel attacks and started turning to my hip. He switched to technical mount, reached around my neck for a collar grip, and then he fell back into a bow and arrow choke. His collar grip was not secure enough though, so I wiggled free and eventually got up to my knees. I started working on a double underpass, but then I switched to a knee cut. I was moving pretty slowly, and my opponent took advantage by stuffing my left arm, throwing a triangle, and flipping me over. He got 2 points for the sweep and 4 for the mount just before time ran out, and that's how you get to 22 points. There were many lessons for me in this match. They say you win or learn, and sometimes you learn a lot. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
It's 222.
As always, thank you for watching.